Intensity.
Intensity.
Having great energy,
Strength and concentration.
And concentration.
dedication,
To be totally devoted.
to a purpose or goal.
Totally.
To all visiting teams, pay attention.
You've come to the Pirates Cave.
Go back.
Turn around, go home.
Leave now.
You think you got something?
You feeling lucky?
Bring it, little girl.
I'm gonna overpower you.
And pick my teeth with your bones.
It's just the pirate in me.
You want it? Come and get it.
Go hard or go home.
Don't bring that weak stuff.
Pirate volleyball starts now!
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the ARC here at Armstrong Atlantic State University in Savannah, Georgia. Here for match number 2 for the Armstrong Atlantic State Pirates as they take on the West Georgia Wolves. Earlier today, the Pirates faced the Augusta State Jaguars and took that match 3 games in an impressive 3-0 victory. Coming into today, the West Georgia Wolves are 8-10 and an 0-2 record in the Gulf South Conference, taking on the Armstrong Pirates, who are now 10-4 and 3-1 in the PBC. Like I said earlier, with an impressive victory earlier today. And right now we're going to take a break so you can get to meet the players and learn their favorite musician.
Will Condon, Neil Diamond.
Brittany Schmidt, Dispatch.
Rindy Vidovich, Hanson. Tori Bevelow, The Fray. Natalie Edgeworth, Theory of a Dead Man.
Brenda Spud, The Last Vegas.
Marina Marinova, Iron Maiden.
Amy Birkemeyer, Journey. Don't stop believing. Call me Simon. That was too much. That was too much.
I didn't know I was going to have to do this before.
No.
Casey Howitt, Spice Girls.
Michelle Remlier, Rascal Flatts.
Nikki Yates, Michael Jackson.
Do you like my hair?
Casey Richards, Rascal Flatts.
Christine Schantaringer, Sune Mannheim.
Gwen Clark, 303. Leia Pittman, Stray Light Run.
Beat it! Beat it!
Mana Jones, Dirk Spinley.
Brittany Wolf, Arabede.
Katrin Schantaringer, Lifehouse.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry I forgot to mention earlier, my name is Cole Hendricks here with Christina Flores, former volleyball player here at Armstrong. former player. Armstrong played from 04 to 07, is that correct? Or 03 to 07?
03 to 07, yeah. 03 to 07.
Standout player here at Armstrong, here to join us.
Yeah, I played actually with Nikki Yates, and then her older sister, Stacy Yates, was my setter, yeah.
Said earlier, Christina is currently coaching and teaching at Windsor Forest High School here down the road in Savannah.
Yes, it's nice to be here and see what real volleyball looks like again. I forget after I have to watch high school kids all day. It's nice to see the college level being played.
She's here taking a break out of her very busy schedule.
Oh, yes, you know, those weekends, being a teacher and all.
Of course. Here helping us out. As you said here earlier, and here come the Pirate Crazies in their volleyball hats. And
with their old school jerseys. Throwback volleyball jerseys. I had to play in those ugly things. Could you believe it or not?
Good afternoon.
And we take a break to give it to Sean Brown to take over for the starting lineup in the national anthem.
Atlantic State University. 13, Ellie Murphy. Number 1, Jasmine Dotson. Number 7, Taylor Mintz. Number 9, Audrey Hipple. Number 10, Mary Kay Kruger. Number 11, Kat Newman. Number 12, Stephanie Cash. The head coach for the Wolves is Gary Lee. He's assisted by Amanda Cook. And now, Pirates fans, it's time to meet your Pirates. First, the non-starters. Number 1, Natalie Edgeworth. Number 2, Brenda Bud. Number 5, Nicole Yates. Number 8, Cassie Richards. Number 9, Amanda Jones. Number 12, Brittany Wolf. And now for the starters for your Pirates. The liberos, a 5'7" sophomore from Atlanta, Georgia. Number 4, Casey Howard. An outside hitter is a 5'8" sophomore from St. Louis, Missouri. Number 6, Tori Vivolo. The middle hitter is a 6-foot sophomore from Carthage, Missouri. Number 7, Liv Pittman. The other middle hitter is a 6-foot senior from Toledo, Ohio. Number 11, Michelle Rimlinger. The next outside hitter is a 5'9" senior from Columbus Grove, Ohio. Number 15, Amy Bartmeyer. The setter is a 5'10" freshman from Munich, Germany. Number 17, Kristen Stenhardinger. And the last middle hitter is a 5'10" freshman from Munich, Germany. Number 18, Catherine Stenhardinger. The head coach for the Pirates is William Condon, assisted by Remy Smith and Ricky Minovich.
And that was your public address announcer, Sean Brown, there with the national anthem and the starting lineups as the teams shake hands under the net. As the teams shake hands under the net for the pregame warm-up, pregame ritual. Pirates get ready to take the court. Like I said earlier, Pirates impressive in their victory over Augusta State earlier today in a 3-0 match. Sorry, folks, we do not have the stats for that. We said we have technical difficulties with the printer. So otherwise, we do have current stats up into yesterday. We do not have the stats for today's game and including the season for today's game. So we'll do the best we can with what we have. I said earlier, the one thing that seems to plague the Pirates so far this season and has proven the point today is inconsistent play. And so, Christina, like I said earlier, we were talking earlier before the game, the Pirates showing inconsistent play. What do they need to do?
We missed way too many serves the first game against Augusta State today, and a lot of unforced errors. But that third set that they played against Augusta, they were on their game. I think the final score was 27-16, about 25-16, I'm sorry. And they did everything right that third set. They blocked well. They didn't have very many hitting errors. They served consistently, and I think that's going to be the key today against West Georgia.
Absolutely, Christian. I think we were looking over the stats earlier, and in the second game, I think the Pirates had 8, if not more, service errors in that second match.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah, and then we talked about the third match. They seemed to turn it around. Coach Condon seemed to spark something underneath them.
Right.
Because before we blinked, it was 10-1 Pirates, and since then they had about somewhere between a 7 and 11-point lead.
Right.
The rest of the way through the third game, the match. As we get ready is underway, as Ellie Murphy, the libero for the Wolves, gets ready to serve. As we wait on the officials to signal her to go, and we're underway here for the second match of the day. As Murphy serves to Berkmeyer, to Stodlinger. To Bevelo. It is tipped by the wall. Number 11, Kat Newman, was there. However, it tips and it falls on her side of the net.
Bevelo had a really good game against the Jaguars today. She blocked really well, and her hitting was on fire today.
Absolutely, and she's showing it there that she hasn't lost her touch so far today, knock on wood.
Right.
1-0 Pirate lead. Bevelo here to serve. Bevelo
sends
it long as number 12, Stephanie Casco's chasing after. She thought it was going to go out. The ball seemed to drop in about a foot away from the line. Yeah. Good serve by the sophomore from St. Louis. As the Pirate Crazies are in front of us, led by Kenny Lopez. Sorry, folks, if they happen to be a little loud. Bevelo with the serve. About a foot higher, it would have been good, but however, it hits the net and falls down. 2-1 Pirate lead here. As number 11 for the Wolves, Kat Newman, we talked about earlier, gets ready to serve. Kat Newman, the 5'10" freshman from Louisville, Kentucky, sends it over to Howitt, the Stadlinger. Over to Rimlinger, is down as it's tipped. As Newman with the serve goes down for the dig, cannot seem to control it. Point for the Pirates.
They have Remlinger serving again. Last game they had Casey Howitt serving for her, so she's back serving again today.
As Remlinger sends it just a tad long,
I
Howitt
think I
comes back
jinxed
in.
her. I think I jinxed her by saying that.
Never fails. Howitt comes back in. Can't see the number of who's serving
Number
here for the
9.
Wolves.
It's number 9.
Number
Audrey
8.
9.
There is
Audrey
no number
Hipple.
8. I think it's number, I can't really see. Number 9, excuse me. Audrey Hipple, as it hits the net, falls down. Point for the Pirates. 4-2 Pirate lead. Natalie Edgeworth set to serve. Edgeworth, the 5'7" sophomore from Atlanta. Edgeworth sends it over. Another long serve. We talked about it earlier. Christina, in that second match, service errors so far. I think we've had 2, if not 3.
Especially the first serve when you're back there. You got to get that first serve in, especially when it's tight like this. And then maybe after you get a couple points in, you get a little bit more aggressive.
Absolutely. Mary Kay Kruger here to serve for the Wolves. As the Pirate Crazies are letting her know that her name is Mary. Sing it over.
It's never a good thing when they know your name.
Howitt, Stadlinger. The Twins take it over. 10 with the dig. As Jasmine Dotson sends it over. Bevelo back over. Dotson again sends it over. Cross court. It is
Hitting
out.
air.
Point for the Pirates. Sorry, folks, you're going to have to give us a little bit of a minute. Give us a minute. Some of the Wolf players have rather long hair covering up their numbers. Can't really see who they are.
Nikki Yates back to serve with her infamous jump serve.
And watching this earlier yesterday and this afternoon, that jump serve, she has timed it perfectly where the moment it goes to that net, the bottom just falls off of it like a nasty sinker in baseball. It's not even fair sometimes.
Yeah.
Bevelo once again with the kill over as she sends it down to the feet of West Georgia player Kayla Potter. Dives for it, can't get it up. Point for the Pirates.
They always say the jump serve is one of the tougher serves because of just the fact that it looks like it's going to go deep and drops at the last second.
Audrey Hipple with the dig. Casey Niles with the kill. Bevelo with the soft kill. As Ellie Murphy goes with it. The soft attack by Tori Bevelo had the Wolves fooled. They go diving for it. Point for the Pirates. (7-3) Pirate lead. Nikki Yates serving. Yates.
Ace.
Once again down at the feet of Murphy. That is an ace.
Timeout by West Georgia.
Head coach Gary Lee calling a timeout for the Wolves. 8-3 Pirate lead here early. Excuse me. 8-3 Pirate lead here early. Pirates are definitely showing the problems that they had earlier today in the second game. All 3 of the Wolves' points coming on service errors.
Right.
From the Pirates, of the Pirates. So far, that's the only thing the Wolves have been able to do. That's the only mistakes the Pirates have done. Wolves have really not done anything so far in this match.
So looking at the stats, I guess Mary Kruger, number 10, is going to be the one we're going to be looking for today to help out with the Wolves and their
Absolutely,
offense.
Christina. We were both looking over our stat sheet as we had the chance to in the timeout, trying to figure out the Wolves' strengths. We said they don't have a strong 8-10 record. However, they seem to be a very strong defensive team, but I think the Pirates have been able to find holes in their defense as Yates once again with that infamous jump serve goes over as the ball falls. Number 9, Audrey Hipple returns it back, calling a double hit on her. Point for the Pirates. 9-3 Pirate lead here early. Like I said, folks, we're trying to get these names. The angle we're at, we can't really see their jerseys, and with the hair falling down their back.
Ace again.
Hipple again. She jumped in front of her teammate, the libero, Ellie Murphy. Murphy seemed to be in perfect position. Hipple not getting out of the way.
That's the thing. Your serve receive has to be on with volleyball. You have to be able to pass the ball because you can't pass it. You can't do anything else with it.
Absolutely. That was 100% Murphy's ball. And Hipple just got in her way. Murphy not doing a good job of calling her off. As Murphy goes for the dive.
Yates there to dig it up. Tips over.
Staudinger sends it back over to the Pirates. Murphy sends it back over to Staudinger. Staudinger
to Bevello.
Over to Bevello. Back over to Murphy. Murphy back over. Yates with the dig, excuse me. Dotson sends it over into the net, into the face of the Twins. I'm not sure that's intentional. I just think she wanted the embarrassment of actually putting it in the net and not wanting to get rejected by the Twins because I personally, that's what I would do.
Yeah.
11-3 Pirate lead.
The dynamic duo, those Twins.
Absolutely. Dotson with the dig. Bevello, kind of a jump ball situation.
Joust. We call it joust.
A joust? Excuse me. It makes absolute sense for it to be called a joust. I did not know that.
Yes, there you go. That's your volleyball terminology for the day. Joust.
Hey, you learn something every day. Point for the Pirates.
Or as Chad calls it, a 50-50 ball.
A 50-50 ball?
Yeah.
I call it a jump ball. How about that? Yates once again to serve. Dotson over to Mintz. Back to Dotson as it's blocked by the Twins.
Free
Murphy
ball
sends it
over.
over to Yates.
Out.
As Catherine sends it over. I did not see the call. I apologize. I was trying to look. They called it out. I'm sorry.
Right. Missed the line by about an inch, I'd say, if that. It was a great hit, though.
As Taylor Mintz gets ready to serve for the Wolves. 12-4 Pirate lead. Howitt. Over to Kristen, then Catherine. Catherine making up for that last one. Somebody check the floor for a dent. Pirate point, 13-4 Pirate lead.
They've been running that slide a lot during that first game against Augusta, and it's been working really well.
Absolutely, they seem to be rotating. They seem to be rotating with the ball very well this first match. Murphy to Mintz, over to Dotson. Bevello
She's on fire.
I'm at a loss for words.
She's on fire.
That's not even fair.
And the good thing about Tori, she plays smart. Like, if she knows that there's two blockers there, she roll shots it over and she can place it well. And then she knows when there's not a block, she'll swing all the time. So
Absolutely.
She's a smart player.
A very young player at that. It's a sophomore. As Hipple goes with the dig. Once again, not really able to control it. Sends it into the stands. Point for the Pirates.
Timeout again.
Another timeout by Coach Gary Lee.
He's got to be frustrated. He's got to be frustrated with them.
I think, if my memory serves me correct, the Pirates were on a 9-1 run. If my memory serves me correct, I think Nikki Yates was responsible for much of those points. And once again, the only point that the Wolves served, the only point that the Wolves have gained besides a service errors was the
hitting error.
Was the hitting
three
error.
missed serves and that one hitting error.
Right now, as far as offense is concerned, the Wolves have really done absolutely nothing. Definitely stagnant right now so far early here in this first game.
Number 18 back to serve, Kathleen Stanhardinger.
On the season, West Georgia, as we flip through our stat sheets, on the season, West Georgia is only a 150 attack, about a .15 hitting percentage as a team compared to the Pirates, who are, as a team, 2.5.
Wow.
Hitting percentage as a team. Sorry, point for the Pirates, 16-4 as
Bevello picked up yet another kill.
As Catherine's back to serve. Over to Hipple. Christina Bevello off her back foot.
Great block.
Just rejected by the Pirates. Catherine still to serve, 17-4 Pirate lead here. Catherine over to serve. Murphy with the dig. Over to Niles. Niles is denied. Rimlinger with the tip over. Looked like her hands reached over the net. I guess it's a no call. Point for the Pirates.
The problem with West Georgia right now, their passing is just completely breaking down. If you can't pass the ball, you can't set up an offense, and they haven't really ran any offense yet today.
Absolutely. If I was Coach Will Condon, I would just keep telling the Pirates just to serve it up to number 9.
Right.
To Hipple, excuse me. She just cannot seem to control the ball right now. Catherine still serving for the Pirates, 18-4. Pirate lead. Once again, service errors seem to be
the only way West Georgia's got their
not really
points.
the trick of the trade for the Pirates today. I said earlier, it seemed like over half the points for the Jaguars in that second game were on service errors, and so far, 4 of the 5 points for the Wolves are on service errors.
Stephanie Cash back to serve, number 12 for the
As Dotson sends it back over, Dotson tips it over, and they actually make an offensive point for the Wolves. The first offensive point for the Wolves today. Like I said, every other point has either been a service error or a hitting error committed by the Pirates. Stephanie Cash still back to serve. 18-6 Pirate lead. Cash serving to Bevelow.
Tight pass.
Sends it back over. Edgeworth to Yates. Yates down. There was Murphy. Over to Mintz. Mintz to Newman, and Newman is denied by the wall, I believe, of Rimlinger and Bevelow. I couldn't see. I looked down for a second. Point for the Pirates.
Rumlinger's a real good blocker. She's got those long arms, tall build. She's been doing a great job blocking this game and this last game that I saw.
Michelle Rimlinger, the 6-foot senior middle hitter from Kalita, Ohio. The transfer from South Florida Community College. As now the other twin sets up to serve, Kristen Stadhardinger. Stan Hardinger, excuse me. German's not my strong suit, I apologize. Once again, they hit it straight to Murphy. Excuse me, to Hipple. Murphy that time to Dotson, to Hipple.
Out.
Hipple with the cross-court, Hipple with the cross-court attack. Appeared to be in up here. They call it out. Take their word for it. Point for Pirates.
20-6.
26 Pirate lead, you're right. As the Pirate Crazies are calling Kristen.
The brick house, I like that.
The sniper, and the brick house as well. Rimlinger to the freshman, the sophomore, Leah Pittman. Point for the Pirates. 21-6 Pirate lead here early in game 1. Pirates have a 10-4 record after defeating Augusta State Jaguars here earlier today, 3-1 in the conference. Murphy down to Mintz. Mintz to Dotson. Dotson is just denied by Rimlinger. We talked about earlier, 6-foot, long arms. Mini balls are not going to get past her.
The blocking is just phenomenal right now on the Pirate side. They're not letting anything get through.
Kristen Stan Hardinger, the serve. She's a setter, and that seems to be her weak point, if there is one, for one half of the German twin phenoms. She's one of the best setters in the conference, but like we said, for one weak point, it is her serving.
Right.
She seems to have at least 1 to 2 service errors per game.
Right. Off the block.
Rimlinger, nice off the block, kind of fisting it over. Pirate Crazies, the 7 of them, in the old jerseys that Christina actually wore.
And that's my number right there. Oh.
10. Mintz over to Newman. Stadhardinger to Rimlinger. Rimlinger's tipped, and with the attack, and it is tipped by Hipple. Once again, Hipple struggling here today early. Game point here for the Pirates, 24-7 Pirate lead as Tori Bevelow is back to serve. A very quick first game. Christina, knock on wood.
I know. I know.
As number 12, Stephanie Cash sends it over. As the Pirates win the first game, 25-7. We're going to run over really quick, see if they happen to print out the stats. We'll see you in 2 minutes and 55 seconds. Welcome back to the ARC here at Armstrong Atlantic State University in Savannah, Georgia. Cortland Hendricks here with Christina Flores, former Armstrong volleyball player. As we get ready to start off game 2, Pirates easy win in game number 1. Knock on wood, don't want to jinx them. Wolves struggling. I think if our memory serves, like we said, we do not have stats printed off right here today. But if our memory serves us correct, I think 2, if not only 3 of the 7 points scored by the Wolves were offensive and not service to hitting errors by the Pirates. As they get everything set up, special announcement here today, folks. The new president of Armstrong Atlantic State University, Dr. Linda Blyken, is here in attendance. I'd like to welcome her and thank her for coming out supporting her Pirates. Let's get ready to start off.
We got a few new girls in this game for the Pirates. Starting number 9, Amanda Jones. We also have number 8, middle hitter, Casey Richards in.
This Pirates serve it. As Tanja Slobin, the 6'3" freshman from Finland.
6'3" freshman. Look at that.
6'3" freshman. She does her job as Christina's littering here at ARC.
That's Chad's fault.
We had a Dr. Pepper bottle fall at our feet. The 6'3" freshman, she does her job and she's sitting back over. As Amanda Jones takes it, Bevelow sends it back over. Once again, that wall of the Pirates, this time consisting of Leah Pittman and Casey Richards, the sophomore dynamic duo. Pittman, the 6-foot sophomore from Carthage, Missouri, and Casey Richards, a 6-foot sophomore middle hitter from Venice, Florida. Not letting anything get by them today. Toy Bevelow sends it over. As Murphy goes to the dig, double hit called. Bevelow sends it over. Another 2 inches over, and that'd have been a teardrop roll over. However, once again, the points for the Wolves seem to just add up against the Pirates that are not their points, conceivably.
Ooh.
Howard tries with the dig, and if she would have let that one go, more than likely it would have been out, the way it looked like from here. But Christina, you can vouch when you're out there on that court, you see the ball come towards you, you're going to hit it with everything you have.
Right. Right, but that's the 2 other passers' job to help her call that ball in or out. That's their job, too, if it's a close one.
Wolves serve. Christina sends it over to Casey Richards. Kristen sends it over to Casey Richards. I believe they called it long. Point for the Wolves. 4-2 Wolf lead here early. Like we said, the hitting errors and the serving errors are the only real chance the Wolves have had here so far.
Right.
As Jones takes it over to Catherine.
Drops right in front of 3 people on the Wolves side. A lack of communication there.
Absolutely. 4-3 Wolves lead here still. As Casey Howitt gets set to serve.
I noticed she's got her arm wrapped this game. I don't know if I just didn't notice that last game or not. She looks like she's got some sort of shoulder injury there.
I think it's been wrapped all season, actually.
Oh, okay.
I know it was definitely wrapped earlier today. Dotson with the kill from the Pirates. With the kill, it's out of bounds. However, it looked like it just hit off the fingers.
Yeah.
Of Leah Pittman. However, no call, out of bounds. Point for the Pirates. Casey Howitt set to serve. Howitt sends it over. Dig by, number 3, Kayla Potter. Wolves send it back over. Stodlinger. The Twins together.
Ooh, nice dig.
Dotson sends it over.
Ooh.
Dotson with a kind of a backspin underhanded kill.
Yeah, I don't think she was meant to hit it there, to be honest.
But it was in. I apologize, but it was in. However, they'll call it.
I agree with you on that one.
Even Christina will vouch for that one. That one appeared to be in from where we were, but we will take it. 5-4 Pirate lead.
Ball never lies. You ever hear that expression?
Exactly.
Ball never lies.
We always talk about that's what me and friends and my father have always said. It always works out no matter what happens, no matter what sport it is.
There it goes, right there. The ball doesn't lie.
It always works out no matter what happens. It might not work out right afterwards, but it will work out eventually.
Right.
But I like that, though. The ball speaks. What'd you say? The ball works out?
The ball never lies.
The ball never lies.
Yeah.
I like that. Jones
Roll
with a
shot
nice.
it over.
Jones with what appeared to be a mishit. She kind of whipped it underneath it and just barely sends it over the net. It falls down. Pirate point.
Number 1, Natalie Edgeworth back, who actually just met her mother today.
You just met her mother?
Yes, I did. She's here with her sister. They tell me they live pretty close to here from Atlanta. They got to see. They've been to every home game. She was telling me, so that's great.
As Lisa Ogady, I'm not really sure, sends it over for the Wolves. It is long.
The ball's right underneath my feet under the bleachers here.
Christina needs to Spider-Man her way down. The ball.
Yeah, right.
Natalie Edgeworth set to serve for the Pirates.
Short.
Over. As Hipple taked it, it was not an error on Hipple. Dotson sends it over. Edgeworth is there. The Twins take over.
Tips it right over the block.
As Kristen tips it to Catherine. Catherine tips it over. Point for the Pirates.
Edgeworth isn't doing her normal jump float serve that she was doing the first game here. I noticed she's staying on the ground.
Murphy with the dig as Ogady sends it back over. Edgeworth is there to the twin, to Catherine, excuse me. To Kristen as Kristen sends it to Jones. Jones sends it over. Timeout called by
West Georgia. 9-5 Pirate lead.
Timeout. We'll take one with them. You're listening to Pirate Volleyball. Cortland Hendricks back here with Christina Flores at the Aquatics and Recreation Center, also known as the ARC, at Armstrong Atlantic State University here in Savannah, Georgia, for Pirate volleyball action as Armstrong Atlantic State University Pirates taking on the West Georgia Wolves. Natalie Edgeworth set to serve. Moves it over to the Wolves as Dotson sends it back over. Dawson sends it over. Once again, it appeared to be in.
She keeps going for that line. She gets so close to it, just keeps hitting it out.
Either my vision is judgment or I'm looking at the wrong line or something. But to me and Christina both, these last couple ones appeared to be in, but it's okay.
We'll take it.
Absolutely. Edgeworth set to serve, 10-5 Pirate lead. Dotson to Mintz. Christine over to Jones. Point for the Pirates. Natalie Edgeworth still serving with the Pirates. 11-5 Pirate lead here. Game 2. Pirates taking game 1 easily, 25-7. Murphy takes it to Mintz. Mintz sends it over to Kristen. Over to Jones as Jones sends it with a thunder across court to the backside. Point for the Pirates.
She's hitting really well. She's hitting really well.
Absolutely. Amanda Jones, the 6-foot freshman outside hitter, middle hitter from Marietta, Georgia, Kell High School out of Marietta, Georgia. Mintz over to Ogady. Apologize if I'm messing up her name. Ogady with a nice little tip over. And I think we have the third or fourth point offensively for the Wolves today. 12-6 Pirate lead. As Taylor Mintz set to serve for the Wolves. Taylor Mintz, the 5'5" freshman setter from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. As she gets the ace.
I don't know what that pass was from Tori.
It's kind of like, I think Tori's okay. It's kind of like that assist-turnover ratio you have in basketball.
Yeah.
For every 10 kills she gets, she has a bad pass.
Right.
It's one of those
I
you
think
make sacrifices.
that's okay. That can slide.
It's exactly. It's that Steve Nash ratio.
Yeah.
Assist to turnover.
Right. Nikki Yates back to serve. Shout out to Stacy Yates if she's listening, watching her little sis. Hey, Stace.
From one player to another. Nikki Yates with a jump serve to Murphy. To Mintz over to Ogedy. Ogedy with another. I don't know where Lisa Ogedy. Oh God, I'm not really sure.
I would say Ogedy. Let's just go with Ogedy. I would say Ogedy.
I don't know where she was in the first game, but she so far is the Wolves' offense.
She's got some good hops on her at 14. Ogedy.
She does. The 5'11" junior from Dallas, Georgia, Paulding High School. My girlfriend is actually from Dallas, Georgia. Went to East Paulding.
Okay.
Hipple, Bevelo to Kristen. Kristen.
Ooh, nice set deep to the corner.
Murphy.
They scramble.
Very, very nice recovery by the Wolves. Hipple.
Woo! Blocked by the
Sisters. As Sojiba, number 5, takes it back over to Hipple, and Hipple is denied by the Pirates. Point for the Pirates, 18-4 Pirate lead. As Casey Richards makes her way back in for the Pirates. Pirate crazies, I guess, have termed them double trouble.
Double trouble.
As Catherine sends it over. Ogedy once again. She's called with the lift. Point for the Pirates.
I thought that earlier today. A couple of those ones are a little debatable for a lift.
The refs were definitely taking over in the first match here today. Some calls that you see 3 or 4 times in a season, we had about 10 of them today.
Right.
Coach Will Connon letting him know he was not happy with her performance. However, I think he'll keep it on the hush-hush because Pirates still came away with the victory. As Tori Bevelo sends it over once again for the Pirates. Seems to be a theme here. 16-8 Pirate lead.
And Catherine back to serve.
Catherine with a knuckleball serve.
A knuckleball serve, I like that.
Ogedy charged with a double hit. Point for the Pirates. Catherine sends it over as it hits the net. Murphy was not expecting it. To Dotson. Back over to Murphy. She sends it long. Yates is there. To Kristen. Sends it.
So that was a little too far outside.
Once again, like we talked about earlier with Tori Bevelo, that turnover to assist ratio, it's okay to have a mess up every once in a while.
Right. Nobody's perfect. Got the libero back to serve for the West Georgia Wolves, number 13, Ellie Murphy.
Yates, Kristen, over to Bevelo. And Bevelo, somebody checked that ball for a flat spot on that one. She wasn't able to go around the wall. Hits right into it.
That wall where you're referring to, I'm guessing, is that 6'3" freshman they got in, huh?
From Finland. Yates. Kristen over to Edwards. To Richards. Richards making a comeback. Richards had a lot of playing time last year, not really seeing it that much this year, trying to make her case here today.
With that number 5 in for West Georgia, we said, I'm pretty sure that the Pirates are going to try to stay away from her now since she's in the front row.
I would hope so.
So we could expect a lot of middle and right side hits.
Absolutely.
18-10 Pirate lead.
Dotson to Mintz to Newman as Newman hits it over. Tipped by the Pirates. Point for the Wolves. 18-11 Pirate lead here in game 2. Best of 5.
And they're called, Chad and I were just talking about this earlier, it's called sets now instead of games.
Oh, it is games?
Yeah, so this is a set, and then once this 3 sets are done, it's a match. There's no more games involved.
Okay.
Confusing.
That is pointless, but we'll go. Bevelo sends it over. Newman sends it back, as Mint sends it back. Kristen wanting the tip. She's not going to get it.
I didn't see one.
I didn't see one either, but you got to give it to the girl. She tries her heart out.
I know.
Getting a yellow card in the first game.
I saw that. She was getting feisty. I liked it.
She yelled at the ref. She had an injury. She hit her head on the floor, and they called an injury, and the official gave the other team permission to serve, gave them the clear, and she was still on the ground. She let him know that she wasn't happy that she didn't get her needed time to recover.
Oh.
Violation called.
A blocking error by number 8, Casey. She was in the net.
Number 3, Kayla Potter's serving for the Wolves as it hits the net. Nates and Howard are there. Over to Bevelo. Bevelo, we praised her earlier for her accuracy. Not doing that right now in this game, too. 3 or 4 service errors and a set error here in this game, too. 18-14 Pirate lead. Wolves on a semi-comeback. Potter serving.
Just barely
to
goes
Jones. Mintz to Kirsten. Jones. A semi-joust, if you want to call it that.
Yes.
It was, here, you take it. No, you take it. Here, you take it.
And the ref called a double. Pirate ball back. Tori Bevelo back to serve.
Point for the Pirates as a double hit is called.
And Amanda Jones returns to the front row.
Excuse me, earlier I said Jones, I meant Pittman. Tori Bevelo struggling here in game 2. We talked about earlier, little mistakes don't really kill you, but when they add up like that,
right,
you start to take notice.
That's the difference between a 25-23 game is those 4 missed serves at the beginning of the match.
Absolutely. Casey Richards trying to make her case once again. Mintz over to Dotson. Dotson is denied by Pittman and Richards. Sends it over. Kristen to Jones. Jones sends it over. As number 10, Kruger, Mary Kay Kruger. I kept pausing because I couldn't remember her name. Mary Kay Kruger sends it over for the Wolves. Point. 19-16 Pirate lead. That once rather substantial lead is dwindling here little by little in game 2.
This is what we were talking about earlier about playing consistent throughout the whole game. Wolves chase it down, free ball over.
Kristen sends it to Jones, to Pittman. Pittman hits it right into the net in front of her. Pirates struggling here late in game 2.
There's too many unforced errors right now.
19-17 Pirate lead. Kat Newman serving for the Wolves. Kat Newman, the 5'10 freshman from Louisville. To Jones. To Kristen. Kristen sends it over to Pittman. Pittman hits it right into the hands of Murphy. Murphy cannot control it. Sends it over her head. Hits the back wall. Point for the Pirates. Christina, seems to be rather odd that when the Pirates are on, they're on, and when they're not,
they're not.
it's you can like, I hate to keep saying vouch, but you can verify that it's almost like a high school team.
Oh my gosh.
It's the team with the least errors seems to win.
Right.
Mintz over to Hipple. Hipple tried the cross court kill. With the cross court attack. Falls out of bounds, point for the Pirates.
Especially at the college level. You shouldn't have too many serving errors, things like that. Serving by now, you should have been pretty routine.
So far today, the Achilles heel is definitely serving and hitting errors for the Pirates.
Yes.
Hipple over to Mintz. To Potter. Potter is denied by what appeared to be
a solo block by Pittman.
Solo block. Solo wall.
Yeah, solo wall. 22-17.
Casey Howard still serving for the Pirates. A little bit of a loft serve. The Mintz to Dotson. Dotson sends it over easily. Pirates not really too upset about that one. Coach Condon just kind of shrugging his shoulders and smiling. As Mary Kay Kruger gets set to serve for the Wolves. 6-foot freshman from Crossville, Tennessee. Kruger to Bevelo. To Kristen. Over to the twin wall, the twin towers, you should say.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Sends it over. A little 1-2 punch. Point for the Pirates.
1-2 punch, I like that. The 1-2 punch.
I like twin towers. I'm proud of that one. I'll keep up with that one.
Yeah.
Edgeworth. The Mintz. The Ogady once again. There was a huge hole in the defense. Christina and Kristen. Christina up here on the webcast, and Kristen Stoddhardinger both had the same puzzled look on their face. What did you see? What did you see?
No, but like there's a complete hole in the block, and I'm still I can't debate if this girl's lifting the ball or not when she's hitting it.
I think that's what Kristen was definitely arguing, because she looked at the ref and just shrugged her shoulders.
Right.
Catherine sends it over to Mintz, to Murphy, to Dotson. Bevelow's there.
Jones
To
tips
Jones.
it over.
The Mintz to Murphy. Give Hipple a try.
Nice up.
Kristen to Catherine. The Twin Towers.
Kill.
That should just be a play.
Twin
The Twin Towers. Just call it and go from there. As Nikki Yates comes in
Better
once again to
copyright
serve.
that saying right there.
I don't know about that. Let's not get carried away. Set point here for the Pirates.
Set point, yeah.
Set point. Nikki Yates here with the jump serve as this ball just falls as it gets over the net. And that is an ace to end game 2 as Pirates take it 25-19. They take game 1 25-7. Game 2 25-19. We'll take a break as they switch. We'll take a break as they switch sides. We'll take one with them. You're listening to Pirate Volleyball.
Luckily, the Pirates went and finished it out. The problem here now is you got a 2-0 lead. You got to make sure that you stay on top of your game and you don't ease up just because you won the first 2 games. You got to remember you got to win 1 more before the match is over. Last time I actually saw Armstrong play was against Barry, and they had a 2-0 lead on Barry. In that third game, they were down 14-0 in the third game. So I'm hoping that they can play consistent this game. They got to get those serves in. And they got to keep their blocking and their hitting errors to a minimum.
As Christina just took over.
I did.
Yeah, she did. She did a very, very wonderful job. I'm just going to put my mic down and let you take over.
No.
As Murphy set to serve for the Wolves. It's it over.
Outside to Babello, tips it into the block.
Richards is there. To Peetman. Peetman sends it over. Murphy to Mintz.
And the big wall, number 5. How do you say that?
I'm just going to call her Tanja.
Tanja? How do you think you say that last name?
Sajoblum.
Sounds good to me.
I'm just going to call her Tanja.
Ooh, what was the call? I thought it went off the block. Well,
point for the Pirates.
They got the ball back. Tori Bavello back to serve.
Awkward silence.
Yeah.
Bevelow set back to serve. Game 3 here.
Outside
Mintz.
to number 11. Hits it off the block.
It's back over to Newman.
Right.
Newman hit all net. And I don't even think it touched a Pirate player, but they'll call it. Didn't matter. Bounced out of bounds. The ball never lies.
Right. Number 3, Kayla Potter back to the serve, junior from McDonough, Georgia.
Out of Union Grove High School.
And the Pirate Crazies seem to be trying to holler at her.
Doing a
Ooh.
very, very creepy
Out of the net.
hey, but it's okay. Murphy
Tips over.
to Mintz, she tries to take it over. To Kruger, she tries to send it over. Back to Mintz.
Outside block.
Back over to Newman. Newman is denied. Point for the Pirates. 2-1 Pirate lead here early. Game 3.
Number 4, libero back to serve for the Pirates, Casey Howitt. I was just saying before the game started, the Pirates really got to make sure that they keep those serves in. Just as I said it, look what happened.
Just you gotta keep those thoughts to yourself.
I know, because I say them out loud, something like that happens. That's their biggest thing. This is now my 3rd match I've seen them play, and their serving just needs to be way more consistent than what it is.
Like we said earlier, they're either on or it's just nowhere close.
Right. And when you play better teams, like the Berries and the Flagler and things like that, you can't have those kind of mistakes because those will come up and bite you in the butt.
Absolutely, they will tear you apart. Especially when you start, you'll kill yourself thinking about it. So hopefully maybe they can get everything straightened out here today before they really, really get into the heart of the conference schedule.
And looking at the stats, too, West Georgia just had a 5-set loss last night to Valdosta State. Looks like it was 25-22, 22-25, 24-26, 25-18, and 15-8. So they had a long match last night.
That might be Valdosta's problem here. Maybe they're just fatigued after playing their hearts out last night and a hard fought against the.
And let's not forget their bus broke down today. That's why we also had to start an hour later for those of you watching.
Well. Yeah, folks, you forgot to mention that. This game originally scheduled for a 3 o'clock start. Got a phone call when I got here to the school at about 12 o'clock saying this game would be rescheduled to 4. West Georgia had automotive issues getting here.
Issues. Yes, they did. Ooh, a
Getting
high
here
ball
later
to
than
the
scheduled,
outside.
but they got here. Mintz over to Potter. She went over to Dotson. Bevelos take care of it. To Kristen.
Back to Rebecca.
To Jones. Jones sends it over. Mintz is there.
Ooh, no one's there.
Mintz, miscommunication between Dotson and Ogady. Falling at the feet of both of them, looking at each other, giving high fives. Hopefully they'll figure it out.
Normally the hitter calls the play on what set they want when the ball's passed, so that must have just been a miscommunication on both the hitters and the setter there. Nikki Yates back to serve. Nice pass. Nikki Yates with the 1-R dig. Tori tries to tip it over.
Murphy from her knees. As Ogady sends it over and it falls down at the feet of the Pirates. Actually, just got a text message from Miss Kayla Jacobs, my girlfriend, and she said that she actually played volleyball with Ogady in high school.
There you go. You're pronouncing Ogady right then.
I have no idea. I said Lisa Ogady, and she said, "Wow, I know her." So I said, "Okay."
Oh, okay, that's
played
cool.
Played high school volleyball with her at Paulding High School, the Patriots of Paulding County High.
Pirates get the ball back. It's tied 4-4. We have number 18 back to serve.
Amy Burkmont, is she 18?
Catherine Sandhardinger back to serve for them.
To Hibble, to Murphy.
Ooh.
Murphy sends it over. Murphy's rather stoked about that kill. She sent it to Casey Richards. Richards couldn't handle it. Falls to her feet.
You know, with the libero hitting out of the back row, they can't, if their arm reaches the height of the net, they're not allowed to do that. So that's why normally liberos are short, so when they jump, it really doesn't matter. But sometimes you have to be careful if your libero is tall and they jump in the back row.
I would concur with you, Christine, but I couldn't hear a word you said, so we'll just go with it.
Okay.
Pirate Crazies here doing their job, and also keeping me from doing mine.
Yeah. Kristen back to serve as Lisa Pittman comes back in the front row.
Dotson.
Ooh.
Murphy to Newman. Definite 100% miscommunication between the Wolves.
Right. It seems like they couldn't get out of the way from each other. They're running into each other.
It's something that these girls are taught since they start playing volleyball. If you've got it, you got to call your teammates off.
Communication is the key. I agree. That's what I try to teach my high school kids every day.
And you do that not only to avoid the point, but also injury amongst each other.
Right.
That ball called in as Dotson goes after chasing it.
Hoping it was out. Lands right on the line. 8-5 Pirate lead. Stan Hardinger back to serve still. I was also saying before the game started that just because we won the first 2 sets, we can't get comfortable and let up and ease up, because that's how you get 5 games, like you were saying last night. They had a 2-0 lead, so they got to stay on top of them from the beginning.
Last night the Pirates were up 1-0, and we're up 1-0. I apologize, and let the other team come back. Excuse me, I had to think of who they played last night. I apologize. They played Montevello. Let Montevello come back 2-1, and the Pirates had to win the next 2. And they were hard-fought, long matches as well. And the Pirates played earlier today.
And a kill by, we said, number 5, Tanja.
Tanja. We're just going to go with Tanja, like we said.
Got a kill on that overpass. Libero, number 13, back to serve. Murphy.
Just then over to Peetman. Peetman with the cross-court kill, with the cross-court attack, out of bounds. Over the line, point for the Wolves. 9-7 Wolf lead here. Murphy to Kristen, to Richards.
Nice up
Dodson
by
was
Nikki
there
Gates.
to Kristen, excuse me, to Bevelo, to Mintz, to Tanja. Tanja sends it way long towards the Pirate players. Point for the Pirates.
She
10-7
didn't snap
Pirate
her
lead
wrist
here.
on that one. Snap your wrist.
You got to snap your wrist to get it down.
Right.
Instead of booming it across.
Yeah. Tori Bevelo back to serve for the Pirates. 10-7.
Newman to Mintz. Over to Kruger. Kruger sends it over. Point for the Wolves.
I think the problem with the Wolves right now is they're not seeing a lot of intensity out there by them. They're just kind of feels like they're just going through the motions. And they're only down by 2 points right now.
Absolutely. They don't seem to get very excited when they score points. You see the Pirates, any point they value. With the Wolves, their points have been coming few and far between here today. You think they'd value them a little more and get a little more excited.
Great serve. Nice up by the
Jones sends it over as it hits Kayla Potter basically in the biceps.
Yeah.
She couldn't really control it. Sends it out of bounds. Point for the Pirates. 11-8 Pirate lead. Casey Howard set to serve.
I won't jinx her this time. I'm not going to say anything before she serves.
Takes a couple steps to her right.
There you go.
She actually got it down.
Ace.
Once again, miscommunication between Potter and Murphy.
You got to call the ball. You can't let that. 2 or 3 times now that West Georgia's had the ball fall right
Simple mental mistakes.
Yes.
Holds true in any sport.
Right. It's a good serve. Short.
Howard over the net. Potter was there.
Perfect spot.
I bet if Howard had to do it again 100 times, she couldn't do it if she tried. Hits the net. Trickles over Potter. They're diving. Couldn't control it. Into the stands.
That's the problem with their setup right now. They have the whole shorts all wide open right there. That's exactly. Keep serving it short.
Exactly.
No
Newman
block.
With a thunderous kill. With a thunderous attack. Excuse me. However, it is long.
Those are one of those balls. There was no block. You got to be able to put that ball away.
Even if you break somebody's toe, you send it straight down.
Right.
Howard still serving. 14-8 Pirate lead. Dotson couldn't really control it to Newman, to Murphy. Howard's there. To Kristen, over to Catherine.
Nice.
Catherine, the Twin Towers do it once again. Point for the Pirates.
I think I've seen Murphy attack more their libero on West Georgia than any of the other hitters, to be honest.
I would have to agree with you. That's a problem. And Coach Gary Lee wants to talk about it. We'll take a timeout. We'll take one with them. You're listening to Pirate Volleyball. Hendricks back here with Christina Flores here for Pirate Volleyball action as Armstrong Atlantic State University Pirates are taking on the Wolves of West Georgia.
With a 15-8 lead here in the third set. A shank. They can't chase it down. The Wolves. Point Pirates. We have cardinal rules of serving. Have you ever heard of that?
Yes, absolutely. What would one of those cardinal rules of serving be?
Never miss a serve after timeout. You never miss a serve the first point of the game, and you never miss a serve on game point. Those are just like some of the cardinal rules. And she does it again.
I apologize. She did do it again. All it took was 4 more tries, and she did do it again.
And you said 100.
But I absolutely agree with you, Christina. In football, there's those cardinal rules as far as after timeout, you never have a penalty for a substitution. You should know what's on the team. You should know what the play is,
there you
stuff
go.
like that.
Very similar to that.
No excuse for little mental mistakes like that.
Right.
Absolutely. And I know as a coach and as a player, it would drive you nuts if it happened.
Jones got blocked there. We got number 2, Brenda's Budd, back in the game now.
Brenda's Budd, the 5'9" junior outside hitter from Page, Arizona, and Page High School.
Number 11 serving for Kat Newman. Serving Kat Newman for the Wolves, I mean.
Kat Newman sends a knuckleball serve over to Budd. To Catherine, to Christina. Twin Towers ring high once again.
I like that Twin Towers. That works.
I like it. I'm going to go with it.
There you go. Number 1, Natalie Edgeworth back to serve. Oh, they say, how's that wood taste like when they die and they don't get to the ball? That's
Correct.
good.
You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, I thought it was very innovative when I heard it as well. We'll call it an ace for the Pirates.
The serve receive is just really broken down on the West Georgia side. Like I said, you got to be able to pass the ball. Their serve receive is just not doing very good today.
Don't want to jinx them. Knock on wood. The Pirates serving seems to be improving here.
Yes.
In the second half of this third set, as freshman Brittany Wolf makes her way in for the Pirates. Wolf, the 6-foot freshman out of Bethlehem, Georgia, and I did jinx her. I apologize.
We need to stop talking about serving while they're serving.
I'll take my headset off and take over.
Mary Kruger back to serve for the Wolves. She had 16 kills and 7 blocks yesterday against Valdosta.
Howitt
sends it to the outside.
Edgeworth to Jones. Mintz is there. To Potter. Potter tipped. Budd to Edgeworth.
Edgeworth
back
is
to
now
Howard.
setting.
Not really sure what happened there. It looked like a double hit.
Lift. They call a lift.
Definite lift called on Catherine.
So we have a new setter now for the Pirates. Natalie Edgeworth has now stepped in to replace 17 Kristen Standhardinger.
Kruger serving to Jones, to Edgeworth, to Kristen, back to Mintz, excuse me, to Dodson. As it hits off the feet of Edgeworth.
Almost.
Soccer game's down that way. Sorry.
Yeah. Right, the Pirates soccer team's actually playing today right at the AT&T field. (19-12). Pirates still have the lead. Let's hope they can hold on to it.
Wolf. Kristen
hits it out.
Kristen sends it over. Excuse me, Catherine sends it over.
Especially now, too, we have a couple new players in. The Pirates need to start playing together a little bit more now as a team. Just because the people on the court have changed doesn't mean that their game should change. 19-13. Jones with the pass. Sets it back outside to Jones. Hits it into the net.
19-13 Pirate lead here. Late in the third game here. Excuse me, third set. Third set of a best of 5. Pirates up 2-0. Jones to Edgeworth.
There we go.
To Catherine. Catherine sends it, finds the open hole in the back left corner. Very nice by the freshman from Munich, Germany.
We got 2014 Nikki Yates back to serve. The Pirates just need to finish it out right here. Push 5 points. Close it out. Stop messing around.
I couldn't agree with you more.
Get her done.
Wow. Yates with a jump serve. Mintz to Dodson.
Oh.
Violation called.
Number 12, Brittany Wolf for the Pirates. That would have been a great
called on 12 or 2?
12, because they did this. signal. 12.
Okay. Take your word for it. Yates to
Out
Edgeworth.
to Brendis.
Bud.
Bud. Ooh.
Bud, nice
Looked like
attack. Just a bit too long.
Right. Looked like a great approach. We got number 7, Taylor Mentz, serving for the Wolves right now. 2016 Pirate lead. Ooh, Brenda Schenk for the pass. I think she knew that ball was out. She kind of did she passed it and took her arms back real fast. I think she knows it is out. Pirates call a timeout, 2017.
2017 Pirates here leading late in the third game, 2017, like Christina just said. Pirates
You got to be able to finish it. You got to be able to finish it right now. That's exactly what he's telling you. We got to make sure you get your serves in, make sure you cut back on the hitting errors, let them make the mistake at this point. It's got to get 5 points. There's no reason that the score should be this close, especially after the first 2 sets were played.
After like you said, after the Pirates completely just destroyed the Wolves in the first game, 25-7, and I believe the second game was 25-16. The 7 of those points in the first game of the Wolves, 5 or 6 of those points were service errors and hitting errors. The Pirates really not showing any offense. Offense starting to
died out a little bit, yeah.
With Ogidi coming in and Tanja, the 2 walls.
Good pass. Ooh, that's not there.
Definite miscommunication. Catherine just with a whiff of the ball.
Changing setters again.
Coach Will Condon's tired of messing around.
We got 17, Kristen Stan Hardinger back into set.
Mentz serving. Twin Towers. You got to love that twin non-spoken telepathy.
And I've heard that they do it, and now that I've seen it firsthand, I agree. They know where they're going to be, who's going to get the ball. It's awesome. We got Catherine back to serve right now. 21-18 Pirates.
Mentz.
To the outside.
Dotson.
Into the net.
Dotson just with a miss hit. She hit it about 2/3 of the way down on the net. Nowhere close to going over.
That's what you got to reach high when you hit. You got to reach high. She didn't reach high on that ball. Timeout, West Georgia.
Coach Gary Lee calling another timeout. Like you said, Christina, you got to actually reach over instead of sending the ball into the net.
Right.
As a coach, to me, the one thing would make sure I would much rather see it hit the back wall.
Exactly, than going into the net. Especially because if you hit it to the back wall, then the blockers have a chance of maybe getting a touch on it or things like that. So
absolutely, you got to make sure that ball gets over because if it hits the net, if it goes into the net, it has no chance of even becoming a point. But if it gets sent over, like you said, chance for a tip, a misplay by the other team, something, your chances are much better if at least we get it over the net.
Right. Remember, cardinal rule here. You got to make it in. That's why I bet the West Georgia coach called a timeout to try to throw their serve off. So you got to make the first serve in after a timeout. That's for sure.
I guess that was a quick timeout. It didn't even get past 30 seconds. No. I guess he was just trying to,
shake them up a little bit.
I guess like in football when they ice the kicker, ice the server.
There you go.
Mentz.
A little miscommunication
and kind of
on the hitters.
Over there with 4 Wolves standing there.
Back row attack into the net by number 9.
As Hipple goes for it. Hit goes into the net, point for the Pirates. 23-18 here in the third set.
Now it seems like the Wolves are the ones making the unforced hitting errors, or unforced errors at that. 23-18.
Dotson over to Mentz. So Dotson once
Another
again,
hitting
like
error.
we talked about earlier, hitting it in the middle of the net. You've got to get the ball over the net.
Especially when it's 23-18. If the set's not there and you can't take a good swing, you got to be able to tip it, roll shot it, do something just to get the ball over because hitting into the net's not going to work.
Match point here.
Cardinal rule. You don't miss it on
never service error
on the game point.
Match, set, or game point, whatever you want to call it.
That's all right.
Go out there. Show them how it's done.
I know. I wish I could. Believe me, I wish I could. I miss it so much.
Pirate Crazies are going to hurt somebody here. If they're
not
careful.
I know.
Kristen over to Casey Edwards. Casey Richards. Casey Richards sends it over. Dotson serving for the Wolves, 24-20.
All they got to do is side out.
First, for those of you who don't know, in volleyball, you have to win by 2, so Pirates here must score quickly. Howitt there sends it over the Mentz to Murphy. Over
block,
to Newman. Newman's
no
denied.
block.
They're going to call the 4th hit. It goes to the net.
I agree. Pirates win. 25-20. Well, that was a much better match, I think, against Augusta. I think they really worked on their serving improved, their blocking and their hitting really improved. So overall, I think that was a great match. 25-20.
Not a pretty win for the Pirates. I mean, they will definitely take it.
Yeah.
I'd like to thank you all for listening to Pirate Athletics. For Christina Flores.
Thank you for having me. I enjoyed it.
For coming, Christina.
I love watching this volleyball. I miss it.
My name is Colin Hendricks. We'll see you next time on Pirate Athletics.
Bye.